Hi, this is Richard, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Isaiah 11:6. And this hasn't got much to do about the fact that it should be a lion laying with a lamb, as it has to do with the way the scriptures identify the wolf and the lamb dwelling together. There's a poster, interesting poster. It says, it's quoting Isaiah 11:6, and it's paraphrased. It says that the wolf temporarily is staying with the lamb. Let me read Isaiah 11:6. It says, "The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them." Now the word also shall dwell is, in Hebrew, the word gur. Gor, I should say. And gor is a funny word. It doesn't really mean to dwell as much as it means to stay temporarily with somewhere, like pulling off the side of a road at an inn for the night. It also means to gather for hostility. It's a word that we used for fear, for making trouble, and it's actually the correct word or correct translation would be to sojourn, like if you were a hobo and you were hopping trains and stuff. You're on a sojourn. And I'd like to read a couple of scriptures of how that Hebrew word gur is being used, and I'd like to start with Genesis chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land." So we have Abram going down to Egypt to sojourn temporarily, not permanently. We didn't move there. And that word sojourn is the Hebrew word gur. Now, I want to go to Genesis chapter 21 and verse 34. And this verse says, "And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days." So again, sojourn doesn't mean to lay down with someone permanently or stay with someone permanently. It's just temporary, and then you go away. And then Judges chapter 17 and verse 9, "And Micah said unto them, Whence comest thou? And he said unto him, I am a Levite of Bethlehem, Judah, and I go to sojourn where I may, and find a place." Again, this is the Hebrew word gur, and this is a Levite. Levites didn't have a possession. They didn't have land or homes or anything like that. They were what we call homeless today, basically. And this is a Levite that was going from place to place and just staying temporarily at somebody's house. Now, I mentioned that the Hebrew word gur is also a word that's being used for translated as fear. Like if you go to Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 27, it says, "Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, Our hand is high, and Yehovah hath not done all this." Now the word fear there is the Hebrew word gur again. Now this is why the guy that made the poster, and he was quoting Isaiah 11:6, said that it was just a wolf was just going to be temporarily staying with the lamb. Wolves already stay temporarily with the lambs. That's why they have shepherds, because they want to protect their sheep from the predator, the wolf. So this should say, obviously, a lion will lay down with a lamb. It has it's a much better allegory for the millennium than a wolf temporarily hanging out with the lamb, which makes no sense at all. Okay, well, thanks. I just thought I'd share that.